What's happening, fam? You already know what it is in front of you. Arrma Typhon 6S BLX 1/8 scale speed buggy. This is not going to be an unboxing. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to take it out of the box. But this is the introduction to a start of a new build series that involves this Typhon. So, if you think you're interested to see what I'm going to do, stick around after we pay those bills. All right, fam, thanks for coming back. J Sinister Productions. I want to take the time, as I always do in the beginning of my videos, to send a quick shout out and thanks to all those who have subscribed to the channel. Look, fam, we're not in it for the numbers, although we do like to see the numbers go up, but we're in it to provide content that you like. And I want to thank each and every one of you for taking the time to check out, subscribe, like, share, and comment on my videos. Up front, let me remind you, tomorrow is, I believe, tomorrow the 13th. Yes, 13 March. We're doing the giveaway for the Sky RC GSM 015 GPS speed meter. If you have not checked out the video, if you have not entered, cards up now. Go to this video, subscribe to this channel. Number one prerequisite is to be subscribed. Number two, comment on the video based off of the instructions in the video. You'll be entered to win. Again, for free. It's out of the packaging, but it's brand new. A Sky RC GSM 015 speed meter. So you can actually prove that those big fish stories that you talk about, you know, I caught that big 200-pound flounder or whatever it is, or that 125-mile-per-hour run you did, well, you can prove it's real with this free GPS speed meter. Enter to win. Okay, again, Typhon 6S BLX, you know what it is. We're not popping the box, but what we're doing is the introduction. All right, this is just an introduction to what I have codenamed Project Death Blossom. You may have checked out on my Instagram page. I popped up a little picture yesterday or recently of the chassis that I'm going to use for this, that you have to use to stretch. That's right, I just let the cat out of the bag. Dang it. To stretch this Typhon 6S. So let's move the Typhon out of the way. Actually, let's put it over here. And then we're going to go over a few of the things that you're going to need if you want to stretch this out. So, part number one. Of course, you're going to need a chassis. All right. This is a Creighton 6S. I think this is a V5, I think if I'm correct, chassis. All right. And on the bottom, I have added some of the Dark Side Studio Arts, well, the Dark Side Studio Arts chassis protector for Project Death Blossom. And as you can see, I'm going to stick with this color scheme because I like it. So the body on the Typhon is going to change as well to match this. But you do need, first and foremost, actually, secondly, after you have a Typhon, this works for the 6S. Not sure about the 3S version, but I know this works for the 6S. Typhon 6S number one, Creighton 6S chassis. Without this, you won't be able to stretch it. So these are the two must-haves, all right? So this, again, is a Creighton 6S chassis. Bought it off of eBay. I think this was a pull-off from a Creighton that someone did. It's used, but it's not even banged up. 30-some-odd bucks, good to go. This is part number two that you're going to need in your stretch. Well, that I'm going to need in this stretch. One of the other second items that this is optional, okay, very optional. What I'm going to use in the front, all right, for the front shocks, I'm going to use the Arrma 16 millimeter, 77 millimeters in length. So that's a 16 millimeter bore with 77 millimeters in length. These are the Arrma Limitless front shocks. And the part number for the actual shock set is going to be Alpha Romeo Alpha 330627. Again, that is Alpha Romeo Alpha 330627. This is the shock set bore. The bore is going to be 16 millimeters with a 77 millimeter length. And again, these are for the Limitless, but these will fit on the shock towers that we're going to use for the front of this Typhon stretch. And I also went with, I believe, the medium springs. This is going to be part number Alpha Romeo Alpha 330630. That's Alpha Romeo Alpha 330630. 35 millimeter shock springs, 5.6 Newton millimeters, and these are 32 pound-foot inches I believe, again, these are the medium shocks, but these are the shocks I'm going to use. You can use the stock shocks that come with the Typhon. You don't have to. But what these limitless front shocks do is in the front of the Typhon, it will lower the height of these shocks down to give it a more streamlined look. So you won't have this big of a shock sitting up over the cab or the body of the vehicle. It'll lower it down, won't hinder the performance at all, but it'll give it a more sleek, streamlined look. So again, there goes the shocks. You're going to also need a front chassis brace for the Creighton. Now we're using a Creighton chassis, so we need a longer Creighton chassis brace for, and I believe this goes to the rear. I think we take this front chassis brace and put it in the rear. I'm not 100% positive right now. I forgot. I've been working on these parts for this project. But if you want to use this hot racing aluminum front chassis brace for the Creighton or the Typhon, it's going to be Alpha Omega November 28 Charlie 01. That is Alpha Oscar, not Omega, I'm sorry, Alpha Oscar November 28 Charlie 01. AON 28 Charlie 01. And that is the aluminum front chassis brace for the Creighton and the Typhon by Hot Racing. I'm choosing black. You can get any color you want, any manufacturer you want, but if you choose the Hot Racing, that's the one you need. All right, next up is this is a mandatory. Okay, you need a set of these standoffs, and I'll link up where I got them from. These standoffs and these long, these are M3 by 16 grub screws. All right, if you have some already, you're good. The reason why you need this is at the rear, since this is such a long, well, when you stretch this Typhon, it's going to be very long into the Creighton. The rear body mounts are too short. So in order to overcome that problem, you need these standoffs, and they come in different colors. I got black, and you also need these M3 by 16 grub screws to bring the body mounts from the rear out further so that you can mount the stock body to the Creighton extended chassis, and everything will be copacetic. So again, you need some M3 by 16 grub screws, and you need some of these standoffs. And again, these will be linked in the bottom so you'll know where to get and what kind to get if you want to do this stretch. And I know it's difficult to see now. I'll pop pictures up as I'm talking about it so you can see these in more detail. Also mandatory, well, not mandatory, but if you want to lower the front end and use these limitless shocks, you're going to need a front tower, shock tower mount. Now, when I bought these, and I don't have the part number, again, it'll be in the description below, I got a set of front and rear shock tower mounts. You only need the front. You don't need the rear. You're also going to need a 135 millimeter dog bone for the Creighton. Now, you're going to use the stock front dog bone, I believe, for the Typhon, but you'll need this extended dog bone for the rear. Again, I may have that backwards. When I do the build, you'll see exactly how I put it in and what you where you need to place it. But this is the Alfa Romeo 310460. That's AR 310460. 135 millimeter dog bone. You do need this if you're going to stretch. If you don't have it, you'll find out when you do the build that your dog bones stock are too short. So you need one of these. And I haven't decided on which wheel and tire combo that I am going to use. But again, all the parts that I just laid out, these are all mandatory. But again, this is the start, the introduction to the Project Death Blossom Typhon 6S stretch. So if you want to follow along, hit the notification bell. I'll start putting the videos out as soon as I start putting this together. I may do it in parts. I may do the front end in one video, may do the rear in the other video. I'm going to get a different body for this. So I'm going to repaint this body. All right, it's going to look totally different. And it's going to be set up for basically, you know, speed run. So I'm going to have the infraction as a speed run, and I'm going to also have this Typhon as a speed run, and I'll pit them to each together and see how they do, you know, with the different types of vehicles. Hit that notification bell, stay subscribed to the channel, and you'll see what's coming up next. All right, fam, we come to the end of another quick hitter. Again, just an introduction video to what's coming up. I know this one's a little bit darker than it normally is, but the reason why it's so dark is I want to draw your attention to this little corner back here. And this is a shout out to my man Icons RC, Icon in the mood lights, man. I know you get dogged a lot about this, but yo, I'm jumping on the scene. I got one set up, gonna do another one on the other side. I'm in with the mood light posse. And for all you all who don't know, head on over to Icons RC's channel and subscribe. Yo, you want to get in on his lives. His lives are great. A lot of cats in the community come to his lives, as well as another live that I recently went to and I've enjoyed. And I've been to a few of them. That's my man Brock Diesel. If you want some non-PG, some triple X rated, that's triple X, 3X's fam, 3X rated commentary, yo, head on over to Brock Diesel's channel. Check out his Instagram. I'll link up everything below. I'll flash up some names as well. And also, if you want to get some custom bodies painted for your vehicle, let me tell you, this cat, Gabe Martinez, Lone Star Customs, all right, in Texas. All right, this dude does some amazing work. I'm going to link up his Instagram now and his YouTube channel now. And I'm also going to link up the Instagram and YouTube of Brock Diesel and my man Icons RC. But if you want some custom paint work done for your bodies, you need to check out Gabe Martinez, Lone Star Customs. I'm not throwing plugs to get some notoriety. I'm throwing plugs because I've seen his work. I've talked to the cat. He's real. But look, you got to get on that waiting list. It's going to take a minute, but it's worth the wait. Worth its weight in gold, and it's worth the wait, W-A-I-T, to get a custom body for your rig. The prices depend on the size and complexity of the paint job that you need, but he does some awesome work, and a lot of cats out there will vouch for me when I say this. The money is not an option. You will be impressed with what you get. I just will say this. Don't ask for any paint jobs that have any specifics on shadows that have been cast by the sunlight, because I own the patent. It's an inside joke. I'm just playing with your cats. Yo, but real, before I go, remember, we're running the current giveaway. I've linked the card up before in the description below. Check out that video if you want to be entered to win the Sky RC GSM 015 GPS speed meter. It's free. We're giving it away tomorrow. So long as you get in before I start recording the giveaway video tomorrow, you will have a chance to win. And trust me, it's free. You don't want to miss out. Check my other giveaways. Popping the card up for those now. I'm legit. I don't mess around. There's no charge. All I want from you is a subscription and a comment. And that's it. You can win for free. So fam, I've come to the end of another one. Again, I will throw the apology out there for the darkness of the video, but that is only to direct your eye back here. And that's an ode to my man Icons RC and the mood lights. And that's all I got to say. No more talk, fam. Thanks again. Appreciate you coming by. And as always, I am Jay of Jay Sinister Productions, exiting stage left. That was corny.
Jay Sinister Production.